Hello. I came all the way to see you, to get the feeling from Germany.
Yeah.
So I apologize. I apologize sometimes my English, but I think the frequency is more important. I got a really important question for me, and I think also for everyone, about blockages. Is there a way to get out blockages even faster?
Blockages are only beliefs, and beliefs can be changed or ignored, or just don't give them any more attention, and they will peter away completely. Because something that happens that you bring forward stays active and in the way. Something that happened that you don't bring forward gets out of the way.
Okay. I'll just give you a little bit background stuff. I worked, I had a girlfriend who was an angel whisperer, and I worked really a lot to get out blockages. I got the theory. When I get at first all the blockages out, and then focus on what I want to get it faster.
Here's the thing about going after blockages to get rid of them. They get bigger.
Okay.
It's law of attraction and law of inclusion. There's no law of exclusion. So when you try to get rid of that thing, you don't get rid of it, you bring it forward. So it remains a vibrational factor in your now point of attraction.
Okay. That makes really sense because...
Yes, because that's what happened.
Yeah. It happened, and I did already over 7 years, the meditations, what you teach, and for me it was really always after the meditation, I did the affirmation. I really...
It's a good time for it.
What I want, and all came, Sometimes it's really I just be more, I was really focused on some things what I want. I wrote it down and everything. And later on I had it and I say, okay, now it's not so.
The distinction is because people have been asking us these questions for a while. Abraham, you say that we create our own reality and that we get what we think about. And now you're saying, don't think so much about what you want. Instead, just sort of let go and let it be. And it seems like there's a contradiction. But here's the distinction. If you know for sure, because you have paid attention to how you feel and you know what satisfaction feels like, if you know for sure that you're feeling satisfaction and therefore are in the receiving mode, then think about it as much as you can. Play with it, affirm it, imagine it, write scripts about it, let that momentum build. Simply because it's fun to do, not because the universe needs you to empower it. The universal forces, the energy that creates worlds, is what's the thrust behind your creations. You don't have to use your words and affirmations to make it go, but your words and affirmations feel good to you when they're on point with what you want, so it makes it more satisfying as you go along. Nothing is more satisfying than to intend something and then see it play out in your experience. So just know by the way you feel in terms of satisfaction, if you're under the influence of source energy, or if you're under the influence of needing to pay off your debts, or whatever it might be.
Yeah. Okay. It's really just a short one-on-one. Right now, I'm really in life on a level where I say, usually the most people would say, great, good, did a great job, everything. I live in a...
But most people don't have anything to do with the relationship between you and your vortex. Most people don't get in on this vote.
Yeah, I can feel it even more. There is more sometimes, but...
Always?
Always, yeah. There is more, and I really can feel it, and got the intention too.
We want to say this to you, and then we'll listen more, but here's something really worth thinking about. So when we say, you're never going to get it done, and you can't get it wrong. And the reason you can't get it wrong is because it's never done. So here's how it works. You're in a moment in time, in a manifested moment in time, knowing what you don't want, knowing what you do want. What you do want isn't the most clear to you, maybe, because what you don't want is more clear. So what you do want isn't the most dominant factor within you. In fact, maybe what you don't want is. But now you've learned about satisfaction, and now you know about the laws of the universe. And so now you're looking at what you do want, you're thinking about it, you're talking about it, you're affirming about it, you're making it feel familiar to you, you're finding the vibration of it. Now you own it, now you are it, and now it manifests. So now you not only have your new whatever it was, but you have a new set of contrasting experiences. So you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, you know what you don't want even a little bit more. But now you go to work, you try to find satisfaction, you think about why this would be satisfying until you click into place, and now you own that. And now you've got your new creation and a new set of contrasting experiences, and it will ever be that way. We want so much for you to accept this understanding. Since you're never going to get it done, which means you're always going to be on the way to more, isn't it time to chill out and enjoy the journey instead of worrying about what you haven't done yet? Because you're not ever going to be in a place where it's all done. Your life is going to produce more desires faster than your allowing is letting them in. Now, let's stay here for a minute. For most people, your life is producing far more desires than your beliefs are allowing you to experience. Did you hear that? Your life is producing far more desires than your beliefs are allowing you to experience. In other words, you're in your own way. You got beliefs in the way. Now you're going to start meditating more. You're going to let some of those beliefs quiet. So now life's still going to produce more desires, but you're going to feel inspired to the way to them. So life is going to move faster, and more of what you want is going to occur to you, and more of what you want is going to be allowed by you, which means more momentum in your life. Now, isn't that what you always want? We've been saying to you for a long time, if you're going 5 miles an hour and you hit a tree, it's not a very big problem. But if you're going 100 miles an hour and you hit a tree, it's a big problem. Yes? So humans say, okay, we'll go 5 miles an hour. No, that's not what we're saying. Go with 100 miles an hour and get rid of the trees. That's what you came for. You want to go fast, you see. You don't want to slow down in case you might run into a tree. You want the new to occur, and you want to line up with it, and you want to feel the vitality of this life flowing through you. You are extensions of source energy, which means your inner being and those who hang around with your inner being are focused here with you out here on this leading edge. And when you carve out something that you want, and then we all focus on it, and the energy of the universe lines up for the creation of it, and then you find a way to allow yourself to believe it just a little more, so that you allow more of that to come out where you are. There's just no satisfaction like deliberate creation. There's no satisfaction like playing with your inner being. And when you accept that your inner being exists, and that your inner being knows where you are in relationship to everything you want, and you just let life keep producing. Do you know that you do all of your work, let's say something even stronger. You do all of your creating when you're in step 1 in all that contrast. That's when you put it in the vortex, and then it's done. Then everything else we talk about is just how you're going to find some way that you can let the joyful recognition of it into your experience.
Thanks for showing us this way.
Have you ever felt satisfaction?
Yeah.
Have you ever felt satisfaction at something that somebody else accomplished?
Yeah.
That's because you're focusing with them. Exactly. We'll put the question as to elicit the answer we want.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you noticed that when others set out to accomplish something and do, that while you appreciate them doing it and applaud them for doing it, that your greatest satisfaction is when you set out and you accomplish something? We just want you to think about that. We want you to feel what that feels like, because it does feel good to feel good for other people. It feels good to root for other people. And when you're rooting for other people, you're looking at them through the eyes of source. But the distinction that we're wanting to make right here is we want you to acknowledge that out of contrast is born a desire that belongs to you and to you alone, and that it is only the satisfaction of that desire that you gave birth to, that you own, that has your DNA in it, that will give you your greatest satisfaction. You could stand on the sidelines and watch all kinds of people achieve all kinds of things, and you can applaud and be glad for them, and we're glad that you're glad for them. But we just want you to feel the difference between life causing you to carve it out and put it there, and how in the beginning you're not really feeling it because it's too new to you and you're not used to it, but because you do the work and you reach for acknowledgement of its existence and you believe in your ability to allow it to become more, then as it is in the process of becoming more, there is such satisfaction along the way. Esther could write you a check today for a few $1 million if you want it, and we know you want it. Esther used to say to Jerry, I think you should buy me that car. It will make me happy for the afternoon. Because it's different than when you have carved it out and you have given birth to it. You have created the desire. It's your desire. And then you have created an atmosphere that allows that desire to be fostered and to become more. You've allowed the gestation process, and then most important, you have put yourself into the receiving mode so that when an impulse comes and you follow it, you can see with your own awareness the becoming of your own desire, because you've got your own hands in your own clay.
Yeah. Impressive. You nailed it.
An understanding of this, there are so many people that are banging around on planet Earth who are feeling unappreciated or underdeveloped or taken advantage of, who think that what they want is for someone else to just give them a means to fill the voids that they are feeling. And what we are wanting them to understand is that nobody can fill your void, just you. And the only way to fill it is with your alignment and your conscious connection to your own creation. We know you know all of this, but something about the way you presented it seemed important to put it into these words. Something more?
Just one thing. What is the highest what we can achieve as a human being? Not like...
Well, that's the good news. It's unlimited.
Okay.
It's never ending.
Okay.
But there is a better question. What is more than satisfaction in this moment? Nothing.
Nothing, exactly.
Just another moment of satisfaction, and another moment of satisfaction, and another moment of satisfaction, and another moment of satisfaction. And so when you really, really, really want something and you allow it to unfold before your eyes, that is extreme satisfaction. And when you really, really want something and you're in the way, that is extreme dissatisfaction. And if you don't care, you don't care. And that's not satisfaction.
You helped me really a lot. Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Really good.
Thank you, man.
Really good.